Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a soft glam pumpkin spice inspired makeup look by all the trends in 2025. This is warm, it's cozy, it's easy. We have a mix of a drugstore and high-ends, and I pulled out some old palettes, okay? So if you have the Too Faced pumpkin spice palettes, you can just follow along with me, and if you don't, just pull out whatever palette you have and we're gonna get ready together. This is the perfect look for a girls' night out, for grabbing some pumpkin spice latte with your friends, or just going, I don't know, to a pumpkin patch, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's look. You already know, grab your cafecito. Where did mine go? I'm almost done with mine, but I'm drinking a pumpkin spice latte as well today. So enjoy, and let's jump right into today's look. You guys have your palette ready, your brushes, because we're gonna get right in it. I've already prepped my lids with my concealer. The one that I like to use from the drugstore is the Rimmel London, the multitasker, because this is a self-setting concealer, so I don't have to worry about it creasing throughout the day. For my palette today, I decided to pull kind of an oldie, the Pumpkin Spice Second Slice palette from Too Faced. I feel like I didn't really get to use this one too much either last year or the year before, so today I wanted to pull it out and just show it some love because I know a lot of you purchased it last year. So again, I'm just trying to go through my makeup and use what I have. So let's start with that. I'm just going to start with a really nice and warm transition. We're going to start with the shade Toasted. I just really want this to be nice and warm and toasty looking, but also obviously very much pumpkin spice latte appropriate. And I think this color right here in the crease is the perfect shade. I like to use these brushes from e.l.f. Cosmetics. They're so good. The quality is amazing. I'm gonna link them down below in case you guys are looking for new brushes, like either for yourself or if you want to gift somebody brushes that are good quality and affordable. e.l.f. is probably one of my favorite brands of brushes right now. I'm just going to softly diffuse this all over my upper crease, blending it towards the tail of my brow. And then I'm going to grab a little bit more because I am going to bring this all the way in, connecting it to my nose, or the bridge of my nose. That way later on, once I lay down my foundation and my base and everything else, I can do a nose contour and everything is just nice and seamless. So we're just going to keep that really close to the bridge of the nose. And obviously I want to add a wash of orange in here, so I'm going to take the shade Crust Issues, which is a really pretty, yeah, it's like a pumpkin orange. That's the best way I can describe it. And I'm going to throw that in the crease. And I'm going to try to build up on this color. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I honestly haven't used this palette since last year because it's a pumpkin spice palette, so I feel like it's only appropriate for the fall, which is not true. You can totally use it, but the fall is here, so we're pulling it out. I'm just building up on this color, and again we're just bringing that all the way around, keeping it a little lower than the first shade that we laid down. Now I'm going to go in and add a little bit of brown, and I think I want to go with the shade Serving Looks, which is this one. It's definitely leaning a little more terracotta. I might dig into another palette just for a true brown. Maybe not, we'll see. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to take that into the lower part of the crease. Yep, ooh, that is pretty. I might actually not need to dig into another palette. If anything, I will use like a dark brown as my eyeliner, but that would be pretty much it. I'm totally keeping this the lowest part of my eye, so just right here. and then just slowly bringing it all the way in. Again, remember we're doing a soft glam, so nothing in here is too crazy. Now that I have everything nice and blended, we're going to take this little Morphe Solo Artist Priming Cream eyeshadow. This is in the shade Airplay, which is just a very, very light, creamy, almost white. And I'm going to take this little Morphe brush. This is a concealer brush, actually. And I'm going to tap this on the lid. And this is going to give us that soft glam look without giving us a cut crease. So just tapping it on the lid, and then I'm bringing it in and all the way around. And gently just tapping as I go. Now we're going to add like the cold foam or whatever, the creamer, whatever you want to call it. I don't have any like cold foam on my pumpkin spice latte, but it is still so good. So we're just going to add the white part to the look, and that is what's going to really bring it together. Let me look for the perfect, where is it? I have one. Favorite must-have brush. I feel like everybody needs 1 or 2 or 3 of these from e.l.f, the wide tapered brush, and I'm taking the shade Everything Nice, and I'm gonna lay that down on the inner corner of the eye, just right here. This is also going to give us that super bright eye, and then of course we're gonna fix it with shadows and everything, but it has a really nice like peachy tone to it, so I think it goes perfect. I'm gonna go back and I'm going to use the same shadows that I used to just kind of like bring some color back into the outer corners. And then we're gonna take Whip It Good, which is probably the lightest one, just because I want to add some sparkle into the eyes. Let's see. Yeah, let's put this one right here. And to finish off the eyes, I'm taking the shade Spice-tacular. And I'm going to use this as an eyeliner. Okay, for the skin, we're talking glowy, soft, not crazy full coverage, but just enough to cover up maybe a little acne here and there. So for that, I'm going to go with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of my Kylie Skin Tint, just because this one is a little lighter right now. And the Kylie one is like my perfect match. The fact that I'm not a big skin tint girl, but this immediately switched me over. This had me on a chokehold the entire summer. And I'm going to blend this out with just a little makeup sponge. I'm not going to use a primer for today just because I don't feel like I need it. I prepped my skin really, really well, and then I just like let it dry for at least like 10 minutes. I don't know, like I said, I've been on a no primer kick lately, but if you see me reaching for one, it's probably gonna be the Danessa Myricks. Like, I just have a feeling that that's gonna be my new go-to primer because it's so lightweight and it blurs out my skin. It gives me that powdery, not powdery, but that like powder, soft matte powder look to the skin without being too dry. And for the winter, I do like a more matte look. I don't know. Are you guys more of a glowy skin for the winter or matte skin? Let me know in the comments because I'm actually curious. One bronzer I've almost hit pan on, the Rare Beauty Always Sunny. This is such a good formula. Oh my gosh. I love what they did with this. So I'm just gonna bronze up the skin in the areas where I usually do it anyway. So right there. And then for blush, I think I'm gonna go for something corally / orange because I feel like it just goes really well with the tones that we have going on. Look at how beautiful that blends out. And honestly, the tones go really well with the look that we have going on because it is an orangey based bronzer, which I am totally here for. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All year round, I will be bronzy. I do not care what time of year it is. I am going to add some concealer. And I think I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible because I do want some coverage. And let me correct my under eyes a little bit because I can't put this down. I talk about it all the time, the Catrice Under Eye Brightener. This is so good. And honestly, this is all you need on the days that you do little to no makeup because it does exactly that. It gives you that bright under eye without being too much done. Immediately, you can see the difference. And bam. Honestly, you can totally go about your day like not wearing extra concealer, but obviously I'm just going to add a little bit more. Just a little bit. I'm not going to do too much because this concealer is pretty full coverage. Just like that, and with this, it should be enough for the entire under eye. I like to use a brush to tap it out. That way I get maximum coverage. So I'm just going to tap it out, blend it out, and then once I have that fully tapped in, then we can go in with a sponge. For blush, the one that I could think of that would be perfect is this one from e.l.f. in the shade Gorge Orange. It's truly a true orange, which can be a little intimidating, but it is so beautiful once you blend it out. So again, I'm going to blend that out with a brush, and then I'm just going to, I don't know, I just like blending my products out with brushes for some reason. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go back and like tap it out a little, and then you can even bring it underneath your eye. Since this is orange, honestly, you can bring it underneath the eye and it'll do a little color correction at the same time. And then I'm gonna tap it out with my sponge just to pick up any excess product and then blend it upwards and into the under eye. Beautiful. I love this color so much. For right now, I'm just going to set with my Juvia's Place Coconut Flakes Setting Powder. This one does also a great job at brightening the under eyes while giving you that like airbrush look. My skin needs a little hydration, so I'm going to bring it back to life using the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. This is going to just melt all the powders together so the skin looks nice and glowy again. I'm going to use a liquid highlighter to bring that glow back into the skin. This one is from the brand Flower. It's the Spotlight liquid highlighter. I really like this one because it's like soft enough where it looks illuminated, but it doesn't look super, super bright. And it makes your skin look like wet. To top off my blush, I'm going to use this one by Rem Beauty. It is the Sun Pop Satin Matte Blush. And we're gonna pack it kind of heavy, but not too crazy. Enough to where it pops. We wanna see the highlight, or the blush, I mean. Look at how pretty this is. It's like the perfect tangerine. And I'm gonna bring it honestly into the eyeshadow because they both just are so cohesive together. Let's add a little pizzazz. I'm going to add an orange eyeliner. You can totally skip this and just go for like brown or a cream color, but you guys know I like to step out of my comfort zone every now and then. So we're going to add orange. ColourPop and the brand Pacifica has some of the best colored eyeliners that I've personally have tried. So take your pick because honestly they're all so good. And then we're just going to do the same thing to the lower lash line. We're just going to add the same colors. For my lip liner, I am pulling it out again, y'all. The Profusion Cozy Chai Lip Liner. I'm telling you, this is the lip liner of the fall. I'm gonna pair it with this, the Maybelline Super Stay Teddy Tint in the shade Current Mood, just because it has peachy undertones. And I think it'll go, yeah, really well with this. Oh my gosh. This lip liner just goes with everything. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I definitely want to add a gloss. I'm going to add Fancy by Moira Cosmetics. It's a really pretty, very nude peachy gloss. It's a little on the sheer side, so you're not gonna get much, but it adds just enough. Okay, let's set the skin. Even though I wanted a more dewy look, I definitely went for more matte, which is totally fine. I'm gonna set it with a matte setting spray. This is the Matte Blur from Miss Charlotte Tilbury. And just like that, we have achieved our pumpkin spice soft glam fall inspired makeup look. I love pumpkin spice. I love it on my eyes. I love to drink it. So I hope you guys recreate this look. It is so easy and effortless, but it's still like beautiful and soft glam. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love you. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.